What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of A&M Political Views. We are your host, AVIE Watts.
And I'm Michelle Tyson.
All right, y'all. We're just gonna get right into it. I know you guys are aware over the last couple of days. There's been, some more police brutality on Black people. Um, really, actually, specifically talking about Officer Kim Potter in Minnesota. She just on just a routine traffic stop just killed another one of our Black babies, y'all. Dante Wright, if I'm not mistaken. Um, okay, and the story with her, and see, this is what gets me, y'all. This has got to stop because she's been on the force. She's been a police officer on the force for almost 30 years, right? Um, Pulled this young Black man over. Of course, a struggle ensued. And what happened was, and you guys are, for those who don't know, she pulled out a gun and shot and killed the young man. Now she was arrested and everything and taken into custody and everything like that. Today she just made her first court appearance, and according to her and her lawyers, it was a mistake. She thought it was a taser. It was a real gun. She's yelling taser, taser, taser. But if you look at the footage, y'all, and I mean, I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, but she was, if you look at the body cam, she was yelling taser, 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 but you can clearly see it was a gun, y'all. And she got shot and killed this man. Her excuse was, I thought it was a taser. It was a mistake. My bad. And it's like, okay, and I'm getting beside myself now. About about 4 years ago in 2017, and I think this was in Minnesota also. Minnesota off the chain. But anyway, it was a Black male police officer that shot and killed a Caucasian woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and now his story is this. Okay, it was dark. I'm just putting it in a nutshell. I'm not really gonna go into detail, but it was dark. Him and his partner was sitting in the car. All they saw was somebody running toward them, running hysterically, screaming or whatever. And he pulled his gun out, told them to freeze. They refused to obey, shot five. Come to find out, it was a white woman, a Caucasian woman. Now his consequences, you know what I'm saying? Like, they charged him, they threw the book at him. They gave him like 12 years. They gave him 12 years. And okay, and I'm making a point because his reasoning was his reasoning was this. I didn't know. It was dark. I was, in fear of my life. Me and my partner, I didn't know. He, you know what I'm saying? So I did what was best for me and my partner. Okay. Whether that was some people might be like, yeah, right, because some in the court, some people opposed it and said, so you mean to tell me a blind Caucasian woman with a pink shirt on was threatening, right? And which is kind of, but he in his case,
in the dark, anybody.
Yeah, in the dark, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right, yeah, you don't know, And he steady saying freeze, and you don't know,
and they ain't stopping.
Okay,
yeah, that's self defense.
Yeah, now us, we think that's you know what I'm saying, that's justifiable. But then some people, you know what I'm saying, be like, yeah, right. Like I say, the jury, the defendants was like, so you mean to tell me, Caucasian woman with blonde hair was whatever? Okay, now back to Kim Potter, which was both in Minnesota, by the way. Now her in her defense, it was a mistake. Now, if we look at the gun that she had was jet black. The taser is bright yellow, y'all.
Yes. Yellow and black.
And then you've been on the force for 20 plus, almost 30 years. You've been on the force for almost.
And the taser trigger and a gun trigger is too.
You gonna feel it, and then once you pull it out and aim it, you gonna see the color difference
and feel the weight.
And feel the weight. A taser and a handgun is not the same weight. And then So in other words, we can sit there and be like, yeah, right. You ain't, come on now. But
30 years of experience is no excuse.
yeah,
You know the feel of a real gun. You know the feel of
of
a
a taser,
taser
and you know
in
the
the dark.
difference. You know the
Yes.
difference.
And you definitely know the difference. So, and then I was listening to the video also, and I was listening to her excitement, as she was saying taser, taser,
Adamant
taser.
utterance is what they
But
call
yeah, adamant utterance.
it.
But no, that was excitement. We gonna keep it real.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
excitement.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it is what it is. I'm sorry. That's my personal opinion. It's not the opinion and in political views, but that's my personal
Mhm,
opinion.
mhm.
You 30 years on a force,
Experience. And
and
you yelling,
and
taser, 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 and you yelled it like 3 or 4 times.
yeah,
By the third time, you didn't realize that wasn't a taser.
the first time you should have
You
known
should have
that was
known
a
when you
taser
reached for it.
because it was too heavy. And then you keep your taser on a totally
On
separate
one side, and you
spot
keep your gun
and
on
you
the
keep
other
your
side.
gun on the other. So if you got 30 years of experience,
You
I
know
know
what you're reaching for.
doggone
You know
well,
what you're
you
reaching
know
for.
what side your gun on and you know what side your taser on.
Mhm.
So therefore, you
It's
can't
almost
tell
no
me.
excuse.
There is no excuse. Ain't no almost. There is no
But then,
excuse.
I mean, and it's the messed up part. If if she, they might give her an offer where she can only get she'll get like 2 years.
Yeah.
Now and this is what kills me. Okay. Now, if just a regular little black dude in the hood shoot and kill another little black dude in the hood, that's first degree, second degree murder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. She got second
Manslaughter. Why is it
manslaughter.
when it comes to the police they get
But
manslaughter?
this young
Because
man is dead.
yeah, he
His mom
dead.
and his
A,
mom
a
and
murder
dad
is a murder.
don't have him no more. He cannot come back. But they charged her with manslaughter.
Manslaughter.
How
So
can that be
a
manslaughter
murder is
when
a
that is
murder. That's my thing.
flat
A
out
murder is a
murder?
murder. So from now on, should the little black, so anytime another homicide happened in the hood, should they be like, oh, I thought I had a taser?
Might as well be a misdemeanor.
Everybody should use that same excuse
Right.
because just because you a police, you get charged with manslaughter. That ain't fair.
So they gonna go get a taser and a gun. And then they gonna
Come on, right? Come on.
be like, hey, I made a mistake.
Yeah, it was my bad. I thought it was a taser. I
But
thought it
it
was a
ain't gonna
cap
work
gun.
for us because
Nah, it don't work for us.
it's not gonna work
And
for
we
us.
get life and without parole, and we're gonna do at least 20.
At
I
the
give you
end
that.
of the day, that young man's parents can
Lost
no
the son.
longer share memories with their child.
They lost some. They lost
They
a loved one.
lost they lost a great part of them.
Mm-hmm.
While this woman is sitting here talking about,
My bad. It was
my
a
bad.
mistake. My bad.
No,
I thought it
there
was a
is.
taser.
You right. It is your bad.
Come on,
Your
man.
bad that you need.
So every other shooting was a mistake too. Then I mean, just because you a police, that don't make you exempt.
I wonder how many more I wonder if they checked her
Yeah, I mean,
her,
who's to
her
say how
arrest
many other
record.
times she done that?
Right.
Because she a
Because
seasoned
clear
officer.
seasoned,
She's
well
seasoned.
seasoned. And with that frame of mind, there are no telling what other young black people or minorities, period, you have mistreated
Mm-hmm. And then
within the
it's in the
course of
same
that
state.
wearing
That's the
that
crazy
badge.
part.
That's my part. I'm not saying all police are bad because I
We
know
just
some
talking
nice
about the
police.
ones. We just
Yeah,
talking about
I
the
know some
ones
nice
that it's
police
applied to.
officers, and I got mad love for them. But the ones that sit up here and give the good cops a bad name, we really, really need to start holding them accountable. This
Mm-hmm.
this lady, I mean, it's just like the one lady where she shot old boy. And I mean, come on now. It's getting ridiculous.
And then you resigning, what you resigning for?
Right.
And then she relocated her family
Whole
out of
family.
Minnesota.
Yes. Because you're guilty?
You know you
You
guilty.
ashamed?
You right. I mean, even
Because
though
if it was truly a mistake, you would be able to hold your head
held high and
wherever you are.
yeah,
You
be
wouldn't
like,
have had
hey,
to do that.
she resigned, and the chief resigned. What the
Yeah,
chief
because
resigning
they
for?
know they wrong. That manslaughter is not acceptable
Yeah,
at
that ain't
all.
acceptable.
That's not
That's
acceptable.
murder.
That is straight cold blood
Murder.
murder. I don't care.
who it
She
is, just
thought
because she
about
got
it.
a badge.
Yeah,
It's
she thought
manslaughter.
about it. I guarantee, to me, it's premeditated because she had to think which side she wanted to go on. Okay, I
Could have
got a
been.
choice to sit up here and take this taser, or I got a choice to take this gun. Which one am I going to do? She chose to use that gun. So therefore, that's premeditated murder because she thought about that decision before she made it.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me started.
Get started.
I'm just saying
I know.
though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if the shoe was reversed and if I was on trial, they say, "Oh, you had to think about that decision before you made it. You had
as
a
an
choice."
officer, as a
Yes.
police officer, a trained police officer. Come on, man. So, like I said, there's no excuse to me.
There's
There's no
definitely no
excuse.
excuse. She was
So
wrong, and I hope I know she's not gonna get no justice. The family is definitely not gonna get the proper
that's why
justice
she
that they
ordered her family up out of
deserve, you know.
there.
I feel like, the court system and it is we really need to change.
You
I
just read my
mean,
mind. Because really,
honestly,
I mean, okay,
because
this is gonna keep going on. What we gonna do?
it's been going on for too
What we
long.
gonna do? I mean, we acknowledge it. I mean, we even sat here for however long and sat here and talked about it or whatever. Okay, at the end of the day, they like, okay, not what you. Okay, yeah, we did it. What you gonna do about it? What is we gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't got all the answers. I can't really sit in and say, let's start some kind of movement. If y'all got some ideas, get with us.
And we know there are a lot of
But
people out there
it's ways
with
we gotta stop
movements.
this. And it's getting old, man. It's getting old because these are our babies. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something we gotta do out here, y'all, that we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this. I mean, I ain't
The
just trying to
only
sound
way we're
politically
going to be
correct or
able to
none of that.
stop this is if we keep going the route we're doing, like Stacey Abrams and more people like that.
Who is Stacey Abrams?
Who else? Let me get all my people in there. Okay. The guy that's running for mayor in New York.
Oh, yeah, that's getting endorsed
by Jay-Z, Nas,
and Diddy.
Yeah. I mean, it's so many minorities.
What did he say about the crumbs and the
he said he don't want the crumbs. He said he don't even want the cake. He said he wants the building and the business. He wants to be the owner that makes the cake, that gives out the crumbs. Right. He said he said it's been too long
that we've been thinking small minded. We gotta think bigger than
he says
the crumbs.
If he becomes mayor, he plans to make sure, basically, I'm gonna break it down. He said he gonna make sure black folks eat. He said it's time out for us not eating no more. He said we need to eat. He said it's too many intelligent minds and entrepreneurs out here that can make things happen.
And all they need is
an opportunity. He said he was blessed to get to where he is today. So now he wants to give back. And you know what? I commend him for that attitude because that's what it takes. Just because you get in a certain spot don't mean get comfortable, because at the end of the day, we still fighting a struggle. And the only way we gonna win that struggle is if we bring others aboard with us. Don't get mad because somebody else is coming aboard that train. Say, hey, come on. We on this train together, but let's go sit in the first passenger seats up there, first class. We in the middle right now. Let's go
sit in the front.
Let's go sit in that front seat, and we gonna bring a whole bunch of people with us, because that way, when we sit up in that front seat, we gonna fill that mug up. That way, hey, they gonna know we here, and we mean business, and we not going nowhere. And I mean. I'm so disgusted with a lot of with a lot of us. I mean,
Mhm.
we are our biggest downfall.
Mhm.
And it's quite, it's a shame, you know.
It actually is hurt. It
It
hurts.
hurts us more than anything, especially when you see right now they're trying to take voting rights away.
Yes, yes,
We
yes, yes,
already
yes.
dang near at poverty level, and those that
We
have
are
made it, yeah,
considered.
considered at poverty level, those that have made it, you know,
Mhm.
bring more than just your
Mhm.
circle with you.
And see, that was odd. See, back in the day, like when our grandparents moved here, I remember watching the interview with Paul Allen, from 103.7 The Beat. He had a panel, and it was about, it really, it was a couple people. Anyway, but anyway, he made a point. He said, man, if you think about it, back in the day, when people from our community went to college and got their degrees and got their training and stuff like that, they brought it back home. So 2 blocks to the west, you had a dentist. 3 blocks south, you had a pharmacist. You had you know what I'm saying, a pharmacy, a black pharmacy store where you can get your prescriptions and stuff like that. Um, 5 blocks east, you know what I'm saying? You had another doctor, you had a family doctor, and I mean, this was all in the hood, y'all. This was all in the
Hmm.
hood. Then the police was half the police was black, because I mean, all the way
Yeah,
up through the kitchens and all of them. I
really.
mean, they was all for us. Not that they was even black, but they was from our community, y'all. So I mean, even with black businesses, everything was self-contained. Everything was
Yes.
self-contained, y'all. And
Gas
everybody was in the,
stations,
yes,
stores,
gas stations,
mom and pop stores.
mom and pop
I
stores,
mean,
restaurants, everything, furniture stores, all of that, y'all. Everything was in our neighborhood because all the resources that we went and got from college or wherever we went to get our training or for a trade, it didn't have to be college. You could have just went away for, for a plumbing certificate or something, or whatever it is, electrician or whatever it is, y'all, we all brought it back home. We
yeah,
didn't nowadays, and I was guilty of it myself. I was one of those people that said, man, I'm out of here. It ain't no opportunities. I'm gone. I'm finna go get my degree or whatever I want to do. I'm finna move out of town. It ain't nothing here. I'm finna go, I'm out. Forget my hood. And I'm guilty of that. And a lot of people did that. A lot of us
yeah,
did that. And that's one of the biggest problems. All the resources we went and got, we went and gave it to somebody else, which is ain't nothing wrong with that because a resource is a resource everybody can benefit from. Whatever. But my point is, we never brought it back. So now we lacking doctors, we lacking dentists. Um, Patterson just closed, so we ain't got no black pharmacy. We ain't got no
right.
black pharmacy no more, y'all. It's
True.
over for that. All of that black
No, it's
cheeks.
not over. We just need
I'm
someone that's willing to step
That's
up,
willing to step
you
up.
know, and
We
be
don't
like,
have a black
hey,
gas station no more. I mean, all of that is gone.
I miss Chief.
I so miss Chief because
I
he
hate
did
pumping gas.
he was full serve, and he'll fix your car,
Yeah, he did. I
and
didn't
he'll
have to
fix
get
your
out
car.
my car. I gave him a tip every time. I miss them. I swear
Hmm.
I miss them because I hate pumping gas and I
And they
they
have
check,
full
yes,
service. People will
check
come
my
out, let me get
tires
five.
for me, fix
Yes,
my car.
yes, yes.
I
Check your
really,
oil,
really,
all that right there on the spot.
yes,
Boom, and
I
you
miss
going on your
them.
way.
I'm not gonna lie, I miss them.
And I remember people was wondering like, why didn't he just keep it and pass it through? A lot of people don't realize. You gotta think this was like one of the few black men in our community that own gas. How many black people got gas, got access to gas and oil or gas? You know what I'm saying? Okay, a lot of Arabs and a lot of them started coming in, and his basically in a nutshell, his plug was overcharging him to the point where he couldn't make no money. And that was one of the things that he couldn't keep it up. And who could have? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else, Shells and Admiral or whoever it is that own those gas stations, they was getting it for the low and they was charging him the high because he was
Right.
a black man. So it made it difficult. It almost made it, well, it really made it impossible for him to even stay in business. And I know he held on for a while because
A long
even when he
while.
wasn't doing gas no more, he still had the auto mechanic part of it. He was still
Fixing cars and
fixing
stuff.
cars and
Still had the little store.
yeah, he still had the little
inside.
store. You could still go in there and buy
That's why
candy
he was
bars
fixing
and
up
all
my
that.
car,
He
go
still
get
tried to treat it like a corner
candy.
store and all that.
He did.
But you know, he couldn't keep up because you still had shells and then all the marathons and BPs and all those
And
start opening. And, yeah,
the place next to it, the little market. What was her name? What was
next
that
to
lady?
Cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that spot for their sweet potato pie. They had the coldest sweet potato pie. It was like a little cafe
I would
type
go
little
get my
spot.
greens from there, my yams, and my pork. That's when I used to eat pork. I don't eat pork no more, but I used to go get all my stuff from her, and she used to take food stamps too. And it was cheap. It was cheaper than going to the grocery store. You just go right there, and I mean, she was always nice. She weigh it up for you, bag it up. You're like, baby, you need anything else? I mean, the stuff that you couldn't find like at the grocery store, and you just
you talking about the fruit stand like spot right there?
No,
because it was one on German and Sherman.
No,
and
right
it was one on McGarrett and Sherman.
Right
the little
next
orange
to
building, the orange and
the
white
green
building.
one is still right there. I forgot her name.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's on Mans and no, it's in the middle. It's
right
in the middle of that, right in the
Christ
middle of that.
Temple. It's right
That's
next to Christ
I don't
Temple.
know. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I
they
forgot her
did.
name.
They had a fresh fruit.
Yeah, she had the fresh
fruit.
But
it used to be a cafe. Right next to that is tore down. Now it's gone.
Oh.
But it was like a cafe where you can, order breakfast and stuff like that. Burgers. Yeah. It was that was back in the day. That's why I thought you was talking about because they used to have like sweet potato pies and cakes and.
Dang, I'm so mad. It's gonna come.
But
to
I know,
later,
but it's right there.
But y'all know who we talking about.
But we need that. We need more of that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It was something else that we was going.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Downtown. Doing really, really good things. Really, really good things.
Great things.
Yes.
I'm so.
Yes, they're doing wonderful things. Right now they have like
a pot something.
No, I'm not gonna put that one. They have a young man who has invested in a lot of money, and actually, I want to say he's invested $3.5 million. No, $150 million. Let me correct that. In this project for the marina. Yeah, he wants to redevelop the marina, have retail shops, a restaurant, and redo the marina to where it is absolutely tourist available and available for residents of Muskegon County.
The marina.
Do you know where the boat docks and everything is down there?
Which boat docks down where?
Down by the big lake. Lakeshore, by the lakeshore. Over there, money.
Oh, right there. Okay.
Yeah. You know where? What was it? I think it was Michigan Steel, and another place.
Over about a what? I mean, over about a what? Off in that area.
Yeah, okay, he's purchased 2 buildings.
Who did this?
His name I can't pronunciate his last name, but his first name is Ryan. I'm gonna try to pronunciate your last name, and if I get it incorrectly, I apologize. Ryan Lee Lesma. Ryan Lesma. He actually won a court settlement from Muskegon because they breached his contract. Yeah, and showed it to someone else. Yeah, so yeah, people need to be aware of that. And Muskegon County had to award him a nice hunk of settlement. And actually, he put all that money back within Muskegon
Back into
County.
Muskegon.
Yeah,
That's what's
he
up. He could have disappeared.
yeah, he has like 3 successful companies, and what he really, really wants and would like to see is Muskegon County thriving and prospering. So big kudos to him for that. You know, you don't get a lot of people that would invest back into.
How much was the settlement?
I wanna say that was the 3.5 that I was.
See, yeah.
Um,
A typical person with
3 million, 3 million settlement.
they would have disappeared, and you know, but he put that back into his own city.
Yeah.
That he sued. That's crazy. Yeah. So, well, that's good.
Very good. So big shout out to him. Also, downtown. I'm just gonna briefly touch on this because the state still has to approve it. But y'all know I really don't talk about marijuana that much. But I was reading it, so I had to just kind of mention it. Muskegon has approved of a summer pot party. And so if interested, hey, it's going to be in July. I forgot the date. I want to say July the 24th or something. I think I saw, but it's not definite. It's just that the Muskegon has approved it. It still has to be approved by the state before they can even go along with it. So I just kind of want to, give y'all a heads up that, hey, July might be a good month
for those who partake.
For those that partake in that stuff. So that's going to be interesting to see who actually comes out to something like that. So that's going to be very interesting. I love to have my camera and watch that one. That'll be really interesting.
And that's in July.
Yeah, that's in July. That's in July.
All right. Well, now you know. And again, you guys, we do we seek justice because it's only fair. So at the end of the day, that is another episode. Wraps it up of A&M Political Views. We are your host, Aviance Watts.
And I'm Michelle Tyson.
You guys enjoy the rest of your night.
Have a good night, you guys.